Just a disclaimer, I'm not adding Ash's Pokemon he had for like 2 seconds.
OS Pikachu made me actually really like the design of Pikachu, mainly because it's chonky. I like how Pikachu started off as a wimp and not even listen to Ash at times because, you know, he was a scaredy cat and he didn't really trust Ash. I like how their bond doesn't develop like right away as soon as Ash just gets Pikachu. Catch up Pikachu for the win. Pikachu also has a 5th move in its arsenal. Double team. The only bad thing about Ash's Butterfree is that we just don't get to see enough of it. I liked the relationship it had with Ash's Pikachu. It was really charming, but other than that, it didn't really do that much. But it did give us Metapod versus Metapod, so I can't really complain.
The Pidgeot glazing needs to be studied.
Bulbasaur, in my opinion, doesn't really fit Ash as a starter. I feel like Squirtle does that way better, but I really enjoyed Ash's Bulbasaur. It's basically his second favorite, and I'm glad the writers like him as much as I do, because he appears in almost every season, except Kalos, but to be fair, Muck didn't even get a cameo in the Kalos regions. What, do you actually expect there to be continuity in X and Y? Are you mental? Also, I don't get what Zach means about Bulbasaur's final episode being rushed and lazy. I feel like that was a perfect send-off in my opinion, because Bulbasaur is not really meant to be a fighter. He's more of like a conflict resolver, you know? He's also a bit of a mentor, as he was brought back to teach May's Bulbasaur about stuff. What's unfortunate about Ash's Charizard is that it's no longer special anymore. I used to think Ash's Charizard was just the strongest Charizard period, because he sent him to the Charcific Valley in order for him to train. Now that Kiawe, Alon, that random dude that had a Quilava with him, Leon for some reason, the park, you get it. But I will say that Ash's Charizard is the strongest Charizard without any gimmicks. Him wiping out half of Gary's team was actually spectacular, and him defeating an Articuno, beautiful. Although he has really embarrassing losses, like losing to a Chikorita after defeating a Chikorita. Also, don't get me started about his horrible return in Unova.
Go fuck yourself, and then go
That glasses-wearing gangster-looking skank might be my favorite Kanto Pokemon Ash has ever owned.
I sound so sick right now.
At first, I didn't even think that Squirtle was gonna get any focus episodes, but when the time he did get focus episodes, they were usually great. While his debut is not as iconic as Charmander's, even though I find Charmander's pretty lackluster, there was literally no reason for him to disobey as a Charmander. Kingler's own debut episode doesn't even revolve around him. It revolves around the bill and that to learn about fossils. What the fuck?
Kingler, the Stinker, the Albert.
Out of all of Ash's Kanto Pokemon, I feel like Muk should have been the most likely to disobey Ash. I mean, Ash did catch it as a stinky Muk. And Ash also took down Muk's Grimer Empire. This doesn't mean I don't like the direction they went with Muk. I think he's great, but it just makes more sense that Muk disobeys Ash than Charizard, which is another reason why I don't like Ash Charizard that much. I don't know why I'm slandering this guy when I literally moved on. Dude, Tauros is really busted. This guy is on par with the Metagross. I'm assuming Ash uses it like a main Tauros, or just the strongest Tauros he has, because we all don't assume that Tauros number 12 is able to defeat a fully evolved starter. I think it's actually confirmed that Ash uses the same Tauros. Dude, who made the sizes of these guys? Why is Corvus smaller than Oshawott? Snorlax may have a worse debut than Kingler, but at least bro was there for more than 3 minutes. Other than that, Ash's Snorlax is my favorite Kanto Pokemon Ash has ever owned. This is not meant to put shade over the other 3 I really like, which are Butterfree, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, but I just really enjoy Snorlax's battles way more than the other 3. Dude is an unstoppable force. He was able to take down 2 Frontier Brains Pokemon at the same time.
While Grovyle did fucking nothing.
While Ash's Lapras had a good mini story arc, you gotta admit, he was kind of used for teleportation. I actually forget if Ash's Lapras is a boy or a girl. Minus has got me fucked up thinking it's a girl, but I don't know, man. Anyways, I liked how it was used in the Drake fight against Drake's Gengar. That was pretty cool. Its growth was nice in Johto. Ash's Dragonite is really cute. I love that she's just a big bear of hugger. She's just like me for real. But I gotta be honest, I kind of wish she was like undefeated. Sure, you can argue that Glalie is the only Pokemon Ash has never lost with, but he has ties, you know? My only other problem with Dragonite is that we just don't get to see enough of her, but I think that's just a Journeys problem in general. I don't like Ash's Gengar. It's boring. It doesn't get a focus episode until episode 81. It's not even the same Haunter that Ash didn't even catch. You guys could have actually saved it. It even has the boring fire type abandoned scenario shtick, whatever you want to call it. So not only is this guy really generic, but he's also a ripoff of Pignite.
I can't feel my nipples.
While it is cool to see Gengar master his Will-O-Wisp because of the other fire types, Ash only acknowledges Infernape and Charizard. There's no mention of Torkoal or Quilava or what's-its-face. Is Talonflame even with the other fire types? Oh, he is. Alright, I feel like I'm being too harsh on Gengar. He's not bad. I just wished his personality was more developed and, well, had a different backstory. And was Ash's Haunter.
Dude, Jinx fans are fucking weeping right now.
These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
I want to include Ash's Johto Pokemon because Ash's Kanto Pokemon and its Johto Pokemon are literally mostly the same. Like, Bayleaf is just Bulbasaur, but if he was a pedophile. I actually really like Ash's Bayleaf. It's just that I just didn't like it as a Chikorita at all. She was just really one-noted and just... She was just a bitch to Pikachu, and I don't get that. That's just... why? When she got her evolution and softened a bit, it was really great. Ash's Quilava is just like Charizard, but if he didn't disobey Ash and was really lazy. I kind of wish we see more of Quilava's lazy side, but I'm grateful it evolved at all. And its battles were pretty decent as a Cetoquil. There's no reason to like Totodile unless you really like his dancing or something. He's just the worst Squirtle battle-wise. His personality is the only good thing about him. Its potential could have been so much more though. Ash's Noctowl is a step up of its predecessor, and it actually got me on the edge of my seat for Marty's gym battle. Anyone else thought though that Ash's Noctowl should have been a bit bigger? He kind of looks small. He's pretty small. I think Quilava is even taller than him. He's okay. He was set up pretty well. And that's most of Ash's Johto Pokemon. You'll have to find out until next year to see what I think about Heracross and Donphan. What is he doing?